What's up, Telltale Cabs? Just to answer your question here, I typed to you before about it. It says the basswood body has a lot to do with the overall tone of the guitar. Because when you think about it, and you've played it, it's a very contoured basswood body. The thickest part is here, and you also have to account for that massive cavity in the back because they've got all the electronics and the tremolo system all open. And I don't believe last time I opened it has been a little while, but it's been a while since I opened the back. I'd changed my strings. It's in D standard right now, so if it does sound a bit heavier, that's why. Which is another solution to your problem that you could do. Right now I'm still using my PV Viper 15. It's just a practice room amp, you know. If you're looking to gig with this, I'm sure that what you can do, a trick that I just kind of figured out, is turning down the treble a bit. Because it's so overall high that or high or treble, whatever amp you have on the PD, it says high. You can turn it down a bit and you'll get less treble going through. Like I'll play it, the treble will be at the regular setting I have, which is at about 6, and it's still pretty. That's still pretty. You can still kind of, and I'm going to turn it down to, I don't want to lose that much treble. So I'm going to put it to about 4, no. Yeah, 3 to 4. 3.5 if you want to tone it down that much, but you can really kind of tell a difference. I have a shitty Sony camera. I got to upgrade anyways, and I might do that, but you can kind of hear a tonal difference. I'm still in the treble pickup, by the way. You lose volume. That's another thing. You lose volume from doing that, but you can just turn your volume up. If you got a decent cab, then you can do it. And your comment saying the neck is just heavenly, it really is. Before doing solos kind of stuff on the higher widdly end of the fingerboard, it was really difficult for me because the other guitar I have is a Schecter S1, and this thing is a fatty. It's got the finish on the neck and the back, so it's a little harder to get around them. But I like the challenge and I love that guitar. Schecter's great. I love Schecter so much. Another plus thing is a break angle. It's like nothing. There's barely anything. I've had no problems with this guitar. Honestly, when I was trying in the store, it was in drop D, E standard drop D, and it played massively. I mean, when you're getting around here, like these kind of notes, no matter what you get, you're still going to get that kind of tinny noise. Although mine might be because the restricting job I did, except for elixirs into D standard, and I only really messed with the truss rod a bit. I did loosen this, do some stuff with the springs as well. And I mean, there's lots of things you could do. I would go for, I mean, if you really like the guitar and the neck feels great, go for it. That's one of the main things that should make you want to buy a guitar, is the neck. So with this guitar, it's a good neck. It's not like a, it's thin, but it's a nice thin. It's not taking up all of your hand, which I prefer, but it's also not leaving a little bit of space between, because you're still getting the grab, which is really, really good. So that point about the neck is great. But overall, with an ebony neck, or ebony fretboard, a maple neck, and a thin contoured basswood body with a massive chamber on the back, it's gonna sound light. So if you can look past that by just the feel, and you can use that sound, because the way I describe it, as guitarists, we are artists, and as artists, they use different paintbrushes to paint different, whatever the fuck they paint. You know what I mean though? Because I mean, every guitar sounds different. If you get a guitar that has a unique quality, and a quality that it feels great to you, and can sound great in certain situations, because I played this clean, and even if there is some treble, I'll switch to neck pickup. I'll even do it now. I have a bit of rotary on it. I think it sounds beautiful. Even on the neck pickup, it sounds really punchy, which I think is great. for the mood that I'm in. That's why it's great to have multiple guitars. Sounds like you might. I think this is a great buy. After you post or reply to this video or comment, tell me when you go to the store if there's any other guitars that you have your eye on. I can give you some tips as well, but you might know what you're doing. But yeah, the fixed treble problem, it's got a Graphtec nut tusk. It's really good. The frets are nice. I just think it's a beautiful guitar, and I'm really happy with my purchase. So if you really like it and you pick it up and you're like, damn, this is a fucking awesome guitar, buy it. That's the only advice I can really give you. I've missed out on loads of guitars because I didn't do that in the moment. However, it saved me a lot of cash doing that for other things. But at the same time, it's always getting that end goal of the guitar that feels great for you. So if you want to go back and play it. I mean, you can fiddle around in the store to find a tone that you like and the tone from this guitar that you think is amazing, going all through the settings. Do it. I think it's a beautiful guitar and the tone is great based on situation, like any guitar. But I mean, you compare it to a thick mahogany Les Paul, you're going to get tone difference. That's where you're probably falling flat here or something like that. But that's the only real advice I can give you, and I hope this helped me.